Might smile a bit more as well.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Yeah, man, this is a student interview. We got Sean here today. Sean's been working with us for a while now, and he's been crushing it. Really been scaling things up, setting the foundations properly. So, just really wanted to get in here and just kind of have him talk a little bit about his experiences and how he's kind of grown using the program. So honestly, like kind of just getting right into it, Sean, like just tell me, introduce yourself, talk a little bit about your background, like what you were doing before the program and all that, and then we'll slowly kind of talk about the program and then how you're doing now. So just start with the background and stuff.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good, Face. Appreciate the time explaining what's been going on. I'm in the UK, in London. I've been in sales and marketing for 30 years. That's 30. So I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I came into the program having had an extensive sales background, from knocking doors to working for Yellow Pages, to selling digital marketing. So sales wasn't the issue for me. It was the actual technical side of things and getting campaigns running. So I'd had a bit of experience in email marketing, but only kind of like low level. So the course has been really valuable for me to kind of, with the technical aspect of actually building campaigns and, you know, um, keeping all these moving parts going and just, keeping things on track and just, you know, copying people who are doing well, basically. So being part of a
Love
group
it.
that can rub off of each other. So
Love it,
um,
man.
I had my first
Love it.
client in April. Um, Seems like a long time ago, but it was April. I've had five clients from a scratch start with no case studies. So really happy about that. I've still got three clients. I landed quite a big one recently, a financial company who paid me a retainer of 1.5K a month on a 6 month contract.
So what
Um,
was the total there?
what's the total?
10K?
Well, 1.5K times six, and they gave me a 6 grand payment for setup tech.
Okay, so 6K plus 1.5 times 6.
Yeah,
So what is that? 6K, what's 1.5 times 6? I gotta do some math really
that's
quick.
15K.
15K total. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's 15K pounds, right?
yeah, pounds. Yeah.
So that's around 20K. Wow, one 20K deal. That's
So
awesome.
that's, yeah. Obviously, that's not all going to me. So,
Yeah, of
um,
course.
but it's good to get the money in the bank at the beginning. So I got the 6K in the bank to begin with, which gives you security,
Nice.
obviously.
Nice.
Yeah, it says, and yeah, I'm doing really well. So the story behind that, it would be the first month, because I've got 60 boxes, 60 inboxes for that company. I'm sending between 60 and 100,000 emails per month. And they got no results in the first month. They were doing nothing. And I was just thinking, that's the way it goes, first month, but there was literally nothing, no positive interest at all. So I was starting to feel a bit anxious. Um, so I obviously told you about it. I turned up for the group one week. I wasn't going to actually, but I turned up. Um, and you pointed out that my campaign sucked, technically speaking. Um, so you know, um, so you hopped on there and you fixed it for me. Now the next month, the first 2 weeks, and I tell this is I'm not bigging this up for this video. Honestly, the two first weeks of the second month, 22 interested emails and 20 meetings booked in 2 weeks from nothing.
Insane.
Literally the phoenix rising. So lesson that I learned from there is I got someone to do my email campaigns for me too early. I decided to bring someone on to help me because I've got a day job, right? So I can't do too much during the day. But I let him do the campaigns, thinking, because he said he'd done it before, blah 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 blah. I didn't really look at it. Um, then I looked at it and I thought, no, this isn't right. There's too much text, right? So we chopped it down. We got our scissors out, and then you did it your stuff, and so that's really good news. Um, and since April, I've grossed 30 grand in pounds, and I think I've spent about 12 grand in software. I bought a new iBook and stuff. I've been investing in the company, so I'm quite happy with that since
You got
April.
yourself some nice little toys from that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, not too
Yeah.
much, but you know, um, it's been foundations have been set really well. So I'm just waiting for that moment where I think it's time to really crank up. I'm just setting the building blocks now and learning. So I've got this big client where I'm
Right.
actually learning a lot, which is a real blessing, you know?
100%, man. So, yeah, honestly, I want to learn like what's like kind of like the like how is their kind of like life changed since kind of joining, right? Because I feel like before you were running the pro, you were just kind of just had your full-time sales job and everything. Just talk to me a little bit more about how's your life changed? You
Okay.
know, not just the business, right? The money's cool. Like the money's cool, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah,
you
yeah.
made you made like 40 grand, 30 grand, 30,000 pounds, which is like 40 grand USD, maybe a little bit more in the last few months. But that's cool. Like that's amazing. But like how's your
Yeah.
other parts of your life changed,
Well, that's
right? Like
great because I'm not focused on the money. That just sits there, like because I've got my day job, right? So I'm in a good position there. So, um, yeah, practically speaking, I got more energy. So I get up at like 5 or 6 each morning. So when I started this course, I decided to change my lifestyle because I needed to because I was going to get up early in the morning, work on the lead gen stuff, and then do my day job, which I've been doing. So I get up a lot earlier in the day. I get a lot more done. Um, it's actually rubbed off in my day job. I'm much more focused in my digital marketing job now than I was before. Ironically, I thought that was
wow.
going to actually work against. And another ironic thing, I've set up the same system for my digital agency that I do for my lead gen company for my day job. So I'm running that now within the company.
That's awesome. So you
So
can kind of use them as like a client case study thing as well. Like you kind of can like test, you can kind of
yeah,
experiment and test those same things like that you're using for the your day job as well, which is pretty cool.
possibly, yeah. So I mean, I got like I launched the campaign last week. I got 3 leads in the first week of just sending out
Nice.
5 emails, 100 emails in the first week. So it I've learned a lot with it about the offers and stuff. So the way
Awesome.
it's changed me is that it's given me that like hope that I've always got another option now because regardless of how good your job is, sometimes I mean, I've got a family and stuff like that, and you can feel a bit like, what else is there? You're a bit like in a cocoon. Like you haven't got kids yet, I guess. No,
No,
but
no.
when you have kids, you can feel a bit kind of trapped. So this lead gen company has given me that knowledge that I can do something else if I want to. That kind of not
Little
escape.
confidence booster.
Yeah, the other options there.
Love that.
Um,
That's awesome, man.
yeah, so
That's
it's been good
awesome.
in a number of ways, and yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing, dude. So like let's talk about some goals, right? Like what do you think are your goals like for the rest of this year and kind of going into 2025? Because like we're in Q4 now, right? Wrapping up the year. It's time to go hard, close out the year hard, and close out the year strong. But
Yeah.
what's kind of like the goals for 2025? Because I feel like you've really built a really solid foundation. You know what works, you know what doesn't work, right? So what's kind of your goals going into 2025 and then the goals going forward?
Okay, good question. So, yeah, I've got like a couple of case studies. I want to redo the website and put some case studies on there. Um, Not that I've needed them, but I think I want to just build up my assets a bit more. I want to get between 3 and 5 good clients that are performing. Um, you know, I want to be in a position where I've got a regular income coming in. At the moment, it's a bit erratic and it's not like a hard foundation to build on. So I want to try and focus on sectors where I can provide a lot of value and a lot of leads, like the financial one. And I want to provide maybe more marketing services, maybe LinkedIn, a broader depth of services because I've got a lot of marketing experience, maybe looking at their offers and helping with product market fit, things like that. I'm really adding
Yes.
more value to the service and have 2 or 3 or 4 good clients that pay a big
Yeah.
retainer, right?
100%. Because
And that
just
so I don't
gonna
have to go
just gonna come
full
in
volume.
butt in there because I remember
Yeah,
we talked about like even the foundations of my agency, right? It starts with like doing pay per call, pay per lead, because that's like the easiest way to get your foot in the door with clients, right? You get a couple good results, you get really good results, and then the
yeah,
next step is really like building some sort of consulting business that you're not in the trenches doing all the appointment setting for them. You're kind of just consulting them on the processes and you have like it's like a done with you where you have certain components are done for you and certain components are like do it yourself, and you're there to kind of hold their hand to it, and you could charge higher prices for that as well. I think that's like the next step for you because that's what we're doing now. Like that's how we're able to like like we're how you're able to charge like 15, 20K, like how we're able to do it. That's
Yeah.
like the next step for you, having a few of those clients who could pay you consistently. Like that's like the natural progression of the lead gen agency, right? You start as a pay per call, pay per lead, and then you slowly just go upper market. But you can't go upper market until you do this first, right? So that's like where you're going now.
So yeah. I mean, that's where I want to go, and the constant challenge is having that the two the two jobs to do, and it's eventually when I've got full focus on this. But I'm building, and I'm not beating myself up too much. I was really
Hey
kind of
man, I
overeager to
think
begin with.
I think what you've done with the fact that you're working a full time job and you've did 30,000 pounds, like 40K, whatever, in the past couple of months, while you're working a full time job is commendable. Very, very commendable, right? It just shows what you can do if you go all in on this, which is amazing, man. But yeah,
I
dude.
appreciate that.
Yeah, man, 100%. But yeah, man, honestly, like just wrapping it up, like just tell me, like, what do you think? Because there's a lot of people who are going to be watching this on YouTube, right? And they're thinking, oh, maybe I should join this program. Like, do I need a program? Like, I want to start my agency. Like, who do I trust? Like, what do I do? Like, what would be your advice for someone who's like on the fence? That's like, oh, should I invest in myself? Should I join like this program? What program? Like, what would be your advice, honestly, to someone who's kind of just on the fence?
Um, in the words of Nike, just do it. Yeah. So we all know we're thirsty. We need water, right? Agreed. Get a glass of
Yeah,
water, you drink it, right? It's a no-brainer, right? People need leads. And I've been in this industry for many years. They all need leads to the corner shop to the boardroom. They're all talking about the same thing: sales and
yeah,
leads, right? There's always going to be that need. So you got to learn the stuff. You got to find a group of people that they feel at peace with and you feel comfortable with, and it's your type of you have a peaceful feeling about it, and in your heart about it, and just go for it. Um,
love it.
and I would say about the money is it's not a lot of money. I mean, I that money was paid back within a month, 2 months, But I would say that if you put money in, you're going to put the effort in. If you get something cheap, you're not going to take it
100%.
seriously.
Man, it's so true. When you pay, you just pay attention, right? You just give more effort, right? I've noticed that with things that I do as well. So, very well said. Honestly, very well said.
And I would
But
say something else because I know, I'm not here to big up you. I'll just say how it is, right? You do this stuff. You're still doing it, and I know you are. You just got off a sales call before you came on this video, so you're actually doing the graft yourself. So I would say to anyone, be with someone who's doing it. There are people that have done it for years, done email marketing, and now sitting back and not doing anything, but that might be okay. But personally, my opinion is I'd rather speak to someone who's actually on the front line doing it.
100%, man. I think that's huge. That's a huge thing, right? Yeah, there's a lot of guys in the space, right, that aren't doing it. A lot of guys that are, right? You got to go with whatever you feel is best for you, right? At the end of the day. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Honestly, that's well said. I think that kind of just wraps it up. Yeah,
sure.
and what I want to do is upload this, and then when we finally hit that 10 15K MRR consistently for like a few months straight, honestly, probably when you hit like 150 200K cash collected, something like that, I'll probably do another one because that'll be a huge milestone as well. So yeah, man, that's it for this video.
Okay.
Thank you, Sean, for hopping on, and yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.